Sometimes we look at our spouse and don't seem to recognize them anymore. We say things like, this isn't the same person I got married to. What if the issue isn't that our spouse has become a different person, but that we stopped paying attention to the person they are becoming? A man was complaining bitterly to his friend about how he could no longer recognize his wife after 3 years of marriage. He said she used to be quiet and obedient. She followed his instructions without questioning him. He could go out and come back whenever he wanted, and she wouldn't complain. But now she has changed. She now asks questions like, is this the best decision for the family? She would even suggest other ways of doing things. And whenever he comes home late, she would ask him why he came home late. He concluded by saying that she's disrespecting him. She's challenging his authority as the head of the home. His friend looked at him and asked, did you ever wanted your wife to grow? Or were you expecting her to remain the quiet and timid woman you married 3 years ago? That question made him stop and think. Maybe she hadn't become a different person. Maybe he had stopped paying attention to the woman she was becoming. Perhaps she wasn't trying to challenge him. She was becoming more confident, more involved, and more aware of her role in their home. What he had interpreted as disrespect might actually have been growth. Sometimes we become so familiar with our spouse that we stop being curious about them. We remember who they used to be and assume we still know who they are today. But the truth is, people grow. Marriage has different seasons, and each season can produce growth in us mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and otherwise. 2 Peter 3:18 tells us to grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. Growth is part of our journey with God, and it should also influence the way we relate with one another. So when you notice your spouse changing, don't immediately assume something is wrong. Pay attention to the change. If it is positive, celebrate it. If it is unhealthy, talk about it. Seek to understand it and work together to address it. A strong marriage is one where two people are willing to grow, make room for each other's growth, and keep discovering each other along the way.